Hi, this is Kevin Blanche. I took a break from my fuck BP videos. We all had BP fucking burnout, including me. Well, I'm back. I never fucking left it, really, but I knew we were burned out on it. But look, just like I said in the beginning, this was going to play out. History's going to play out in front of our face. You're going to have the Obama Justice Department versus the United States Supreme Court. Look, the playbook for corporations in this country has been the same thing over and over and over for 20, 30 years now. Abuse America's natural resources, abuse the American population, abuse the United States' environment at any cost, then take their chances in the court system. They know there's 5 hardcore dug-in neocons on the United States Supreme Court. They know this. You got to remember the case that was settled last year. Think about this case. The United States Supreme Court 5-4 ruled, after 100 years of this debate going on, that corporations have the same rights as an individual under the First Amendment. This all stemmed from the anti-attack Hillary Clinton attacks and the Swift boat attacks against John Kerry. That was T-Bone Pickett that put up that freaking money on that Swift boat. You know that. Well, anyway, the BP thing, the Obama Justice Department filed suit 2 days ago. It's on. It's going to play out in front of our eyes. They'll be writing about this 100 years from now. Now look, you got the neoconservative movement. You can tie in the BP nightmare, the Wall Street nightmare, this taxation fucking nightmare, this political fucking rhetoric bullshit fucking nightmare. All fucking ties into the same fucking thing. The philosophy in this country. Look, the philosophy pivoted 30 years ago. Started with fucking Reagan. You don't believe me? It fucking did. He come in office and his rant and rave was in the early 80s that cut taxes, cut taxes, cut taxes, cut taxes. Well, you do realize when he took office there was only a $1.3 billion deficit, which is pretty well zero, nothing. When he left it was in the trillions. Okay. Yeah, it was the Clinton administration that lowered this whole thing. It really wasn't even the Clinton administration. Let's get real about it. It was technology. Technology raged, and then the whole NAFTA issue, like I said, the Wall Street issue, the BP issue, it's all the same philosophy. It's the fucking wealth, fucking smashing down on fucking goddamn the non-wealth. Look, they fucking get you all wound up about passionate subject fucking matter. Look, it's like this. If you've been married for years and years and years, okay, say you catch your wife cheating on you, or you catch your husband cheating on you, you think no way in hell they would ever do it. Emotion just takes over your fucking body. From the tip of your toes, it rages up and through your fucking head. Well, politicians know this, so they start using religion. You don't think that gets people all emotional in their gut? And it takes over their thought process. They use terrorism. It takes over their thought process. They use homosexual gay marriage. Hot button passionate issues so they get their minds off everything. In the meantime, the middle class is the poorest it has ever been. The average hourly wage in this freaking country is the lowest in the history of the world. This BP thing, look, you got 5 dug-in hardcore neocons on the United States Supreme Court. They've got it 5-4. Alito, when Bush named him, my God, you want to talk about a radical extremist. Roberts, he named him the judge. He's radical freaking to the right fringe of the guys. They already had Scalia on there. Thomas and Kennedy, believe it. But anyway, I don't know if you've seen Larry King interview the other night with Byer now that he's retired. It was a great freaking interview. He's a brilliant man. But listen to him talk. I loved it. I really learned a lot about him that I didn't know. But anyway, I don't know if you guys seen the video and the footage of all the dead fish down there in freaking the Gulf. There's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of fish that ended up dead. And biologists are saying it's lack of oxygen. Well, I read a biologist this morning. He says, yeah, it is lack of oxygen, but it's a byproduct of the BP thing because of the berms and the different things that was freaking built. It's a ripple effect. There's 1.5 inches of fucking oil on the sea floor that's coming out in reports now. And they're saying, oh, that don't matter? Fuck it, don't matter. Where do the oysters grow? Where do the fucking shrimp grow? Look, you got a 41-seat Senate. Our Constitution made it to where you had to have a 60-seat majority to freaking do anything. On purpose. That's why the Constitution, so it would force compromise. We've rarely had a 60-40 majority in the history of this country. We were one seat away. 41 members. First time in the history of this country they blocked everything that tried to get done. Here we're in this ditch in this fucking nightmare, this fucking catastrophic situation. These guys did absolute fucking nothing. And you think it's coincidence the Tea Party are beating the Republican candidates? Look, the Republican, if you're a Republican, the Republican Party fucked you. You know that. They fucked you hard. You know, they're supposed to be about fiscal responsibility. They ballooned the deficit into the fucking stratosphere. So the Republicans started calling themselves independents. So when you see these polls of independent voters, a lot of those are freaking really Republicans. And then the Tea Party comes in, these candidates, it's not just the Tea Party. These candidates, when they're running Republicans, they're fucking so mad at the Republicans they put in office, they're voting for the alternative, no matter what the alternative is. Can you fucking blame them? Look, you had a 41-seat fucking thing. Look, the neocons and the Republicans that are in power now, I'm not saying the ones in the future, let's hope they change. The ones that fuck the 41 seat are fucking the party of corporations. Look, they support companies like fucking BP. I apologize for them making you give us money. That's the GOP that we know. Okay, the Wall Street. It was said that the Republican Party is looking for a way to stay in bed with Wall Street. Well, I say, if that's true, then CNBC had a full-blown out orgy with it. It's true. It's true. Look, in this country, you had massive inflation over the last decade. If you had money in freaking the stock market, you think that's the same money I had 10 years ago? No, I could show you where every $10,000 you contributed over the average in the last 15 years is worth $1,800. I could prove it to you. You got to peg it to gold, you got to peg it to freaking oil. This conservative freaking movement and this dug-in neocon philosophy has done nobody good in this country. Nobody. Except CEOs of corporations and boards. They don't even fucking live here. They got houses in Vienna. They got houses in the fucking, you know, some fucking exotic fucking island somewhere. We're in Phuket for the fucking, you know, winter. You know, they fucked us. We are the lowest wage earners in the history of this country. Right now, the middle class is impoverished. I could prove it. I'm an economics guy. I graduated the #1 school business in the United States. There's only 27 of us. The legendary Clyde Cooley, and not by some magazine said we were, VR testing. We scored the highest in the United States. We beat Harvard School of Business by half point. Little Weaver State. 1995, 6, 4, 3, 2. Look it up. The legendary Dr. Clyde Cooley. When he passed away, I stepped in, helped teach his class. But anyway, this is about philosophy. Stay tuned, I'm on this. Fuck BP, fuck NAFTA, fuck the fucking old Republican movement. Let's hope this fucking election, the Republicans that do get elected, and or the Democrats, and these 31 fucking seat majority fuckers who stood up, we don't want to pay taxes, you non-patriotic motherfuckers.